Simone. But you knew that already. Anyways, my battery was just green and it turned to orange, and I'm like, I just started recording. Like, how are you already dying? That don't make no sense. Anyways, ew. Anyways, we are going to put together my last Lego flower, and I'm gonna update you guys a little bit. Stay hydrated, kids, because I'm pretty sure I'm about to start my period, and I'm not excited about it. So we're putting together a white anemone. Anemone. It's an anemone. It's an anemone. So since we last spoke in my last video, I told you guys that I got fired. I did. And so for the past 3 weeks since I got fired, let me catch you up on what happened. So I got fired on Thursday. It was a Thursday because I was getting ready to go out of town because my Aunt Rosalind had unfortunately passed away. So I was going, you know, down to Arkansas, which I haven't been down to Arkansas since like 2022. Actually, I think it's 2022. So I was like, you know, a lot of stuff going on. But I decided to drive Kilo because I had just gotten all this work done on her, and you know, like Kenny was like, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all that I can see, you know, is really, you know, needing to be done under the hood. So like, you know, that's cool, right? I got new struts, I got new sway bar links and new CV axles put on. I got her engine mounted and a cover gasket thing so oil wouldn't be leaking in where the spark plugs are, because I know so much about cars now. Okay, I had to change and replace all of the spark plugs and coils just a couple months before that because she started misfiring. So you know, like, she pretty much had a whole tune-up, pretty much. So you know, like, her check engine light hasn't been on, but also, you know, since I was working, I really wasn't driving her as much as I was when I had to be dashing obs. So you know, we was big chilling. So I'm like, okay, you know what, like, I need to get home. I'm fresh off of this diagnosis, and I'm just like, I don't even know if I want to talk to my family right now at all, let alone tell them about what it is that I'm dealing with. But you know, like, that's not gonna be the time, because like I said, my mother just decided to stop speaking to me. So I'm just like, okay, like, but that's not like, oh, just gonna break. Y'all, I broke somebody, I think it was midnight, broke my, what is this thing called, ring light. And so now I have to like nigga rig it to stay in place. So yeah, that happened last weekend. But anyways, back to figuring out how to go to Arkansas. And I was just like, bro, whatever, like, I just want to be there for my family. Like, hate that this is when I decide to like have to show up, and I hate that I even have to show up under these circumstances right now. But like, you know, I was like, I'm just get there. You know, my girl is good. We just got everything. She good. She ready to hit the road, right? But she hasn't been on the road, on the open road, for 7 hours, because it's a 7-hour drive from here to Little Rock, Arkansas. She ain't been on the road in like a good 2-3 years, like open on the road for more than like an hour at most. And I don't know why, in hindsight, because the first thing I did was look at flights. The first thing I did was actually look at flights. Like, I was like, I'm just fly there, fly back, boom, boom, boom. That's it. But none of the flights would have gotten me there in like a decent amount of time and got me back. because I thought that I would needed to be back to be at work on Sunday. And the memorial service was on Friday. Yeah, it was on Friday. They said put these two together. Memorial service on Friday. I got fired on Thursday. So I looked at flights because that was the first thing I did before I got fired, so I could like get there and back to be back at work. But then of course I didn't only want a short one. I didn't need to get back to work, so I was like, okay, well then you know what, whatever, I'll drive so I can like take my time, not have to be like in that much of a rush. And Brandon had agreed to go with me because he's just like so nice. And hold on, I do not see another one this time. Wait a minute. There's 4 of them. So yeah, I was like, okay, we're just gonna take Kilo. Drove Kilo. Started out great. It started out great. We got right on the outskirts of Houston. We got about an hour and a half out before I was like, okay, Kilo. What's going on, babe? Like, what you feeling? Like, what? Like, talk to me. What's going on? Talk to me. What's going on? Because I could just feel that she was just losing power, and I was just having a hard time being able to maintain my speed. It just got to the point where I was like barely able to maintain my speed. And mind you, at this point, like, it just gradually got worse, like, the further that I drove. Like, it really didn't become like a super noticeable. Nah, I'm just kidding. Like, it was very noticeable right as soon as we got like to like a little after Cleveland. And I was just like, okay. But it wasn't that bad. Like, it just gradually got worse to the point where, like, by the time I got to, like, I want to say Jackson or John, or like around Marshall, because I know Marshall is a place for sure. Around Marshall, I was like going 40 and I could not, and I was barely able to go 40. So he had to like literally find the nearest, I think we went to like O'Reilly or something, and I was just like, okay, like, I know, like, because at this point, no check engine light was on. It was just like, I literally just could not maintain my power. I was literally having to go with the flow of the road, and luckily, you know, it was real, you know, up and down. So we kept rolling. But at this point, now that we're in Marshall, we're halfway there. Like, we're halfway there. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do. We're supposed to be here for this service. It's this afternoon. My family is expecting me. I haven't been back in like 3 years. I feel like I kidnapped Brandon. Like, but I'm just like, bro, like, but at no point in time in my mind did I think that Kilo was not going to get me back to Houston. That never crossed my mind. That thought literally never crossed my mind. The question was always, even when I decided to drop her down, I was like, the question was just always, she gonna get me there. I know she gonna get me there. I know my car. I trust my car. And she been taking care of me, okay? The question was just, how long is it gonna take? But long story short, we had to pull over in Marshall because I could not even maintain 40. I knew the last time her check engine light was on, that she needed a catalytic, I keep saying catalytic converter, but I literally already had that fixed in like 22. She needed a new mass airflow sensor. Think about all of my car knowledge, because it's a lot of stuff to know about cars. So I was like, let me just pull over. Let me just go ahead and get one. Because this is the only thing that I know has been the issue that I haven't been able to go and get like a whole just brand new one of. So we did that, pulled over, got that, blah blah blah. What? Oh, I need another one. Where's the other one? Okay. Pulled over, got that, and that did help. It helped a lot, actually. It helped a lot. It got us back on down the road, but it didn't fix the issue. It didn't fix the issue, but it did help a lot, and it got us on down to Arkansas. It got us on down there. Barely, but she did. I was able, like, after I got the thing, the mass airflow sensor, then I was able to like kind of do like, I was able to maintain 60 to 50 by the time we got into where I knew I was at, because I was like, I just need to get home, because then I know people gonna be able to help me when I get home. So we got home, and I was like, all right, let me get my girl some gas, because she did that on one tank of gas, and we didn't need gas, but I was like, let's just go ahead and get some, so we shouldn't have to top off before we leave. And I don't think that we did actually have to top off before we left. I don't think we did. I actually have not gotten her gas since we was in Arkansas. That was 3 weeks ago. That was almost 3 weeks ago. That was 3 weeks ago. Dang, that's crazy. I know I've been needing to go get her some gas, but that's how good my baby girl is. Okay, not the point. Not the point. We get to Arkansas, stop to get gas, then the check engine light comes on. Because literally, like, when I was driving her, I was just scared to stop. And Brandon was like, you want me to drive? And I'm like, no, because, like, well, if you need to take a break, you need to take a break. And I'm just like, I really don't want to stop, because if we stop, I'm not sure if she's going to keep going. So, yeah. But in hindsight, probably stopping and giving her a break on the way there would have been helpful. But I learned that on the way back. So we go to Arkansas. We get there, get some gas. I introduced Brandon to David's Burgers. Delicious. If you ever rode through Arkansas, stop by there, get you a burger. Okay? Delicious. Best burger in the country, in my opinion. We go to the hotel and try and take a little nap, because we only got like 3 or 4 hours before the service started, because we were supposed to be there around 12, but we didn't end up getting there until around 1:30, because I stopped and was literally losing power on the way there, so I couldn't really accelerate or drive the way I know me and my girl be driving. Okay, because usually it's a 7-hour drive, but with me driving it would have been 6.5. With me and Kilo the way it used to be, 6.5 hours. But my girl do got over 200,000 miles, and she's like 14 years old. Love her. Anyways, long story short, we go to Arkansas. And that was a very interesting experience, because I'm just like, my mother's not talking to me, so I don't know what this is finna be like, because she should definitely be here at the memorial service. Like, my whole family finna be here, and I'm finna sit here and have to introduce Brandon to my whole family. But really, Brandon is really just helping keep me calm, honestly. He's very big help. Yeah. So we go to the hotel room, sit down, try and take a little nap, get up, go to the service. Beautiful service. Beautiful service. I'm really glad that I went. Like I said, I hate that is what I had to go back for, but unfortunately, that is one of the best times. Not the best times. And I just think that's universally true. Like, that is one of the best times to be around your family, because, like, it's just all love. We all here loving each other. We all here supporting each other, right? I came in town, they hadn't seen me in like 3 years. My cousin Brandon came in from Florida, so we got to see the big twins and the little twins. One of the little twins just graduated, and finally got to meet my cousin's baby, and like see everybody, because like I said, I haven't been up like 3 years, but that's for a reason. Not really, but I mean, yeah, kind of subconsciously it has been for a reason, and I'm dealing with that every day, figuring it out. That's what I'm doing. So yeah, great. Went over to Auntie's house afterwards, because she was just so happy and so excited to see everybody, and I was glad, to be able to be there for her, because she just lost her last sibling. That makes me so sad. Yeah. Arkansas was an interesting time, to say the least. But I'm really glad that I did go. At least I felt that way until we drove home. But I still am glad that I went. I still am glad that I went. And we might be going back for 4th of July. They invited us back because they, of course, want to see me because I'm so great and they love me so much. But Brandon also, like, really had a surprisingly very good time there. and he wants to go back, so might go back. Who knows? We'll see. So which way is it supposed to be facing? This one? This way? How? Okay. I don't think that's okay. That's fine. Yeah. So the drive back. We get up to leave the next day. Stop by my family house one more time. You know, just say bye, sit and talk for a little bit. You know, chill, say bye and everything. And at this point, I'm having to, cause like I said, like check engine light came out. So now I can like go and get it read and see what it says, and it still says that it is the mass airflow sensor, but with like the secondary code for like, I think it's a CVT. It's a torque converter. Which is in the freaking transmission, and they've been and this didn't click to me until sometime on the way back, but actually not until after we got back, honestly, because I had to because I was arguing down with people about like just fixing it. Now that we know, like, okay, I need a new transmission, but this is the second time that the transmission have had to be built on this car. And that was really the biggest like argument that Brandon had, to say like, oh, I've literally never heard of somebody putting 2 transmissions in a car. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't care if you never heard of it, because I'm probably about to do it, because I'm just not interested in getting a new car. Like, we just keep getting stuff and then throwing it away, and getting stuff and throwing it away, and getting stuff and throwing it away, and it's wasteful. And that's exactly why the economy, that's exactly why the environment is the way it is, because y'all just think that y'all can just get new stuff every time something breaks, especially when the stuff can be fixed. Like, that was the whole point of the invention of interchangeable parts. Like, that was a whole revolution. Like, now we don't have to keep throwing stuff away, we can fix it. Anyways, started off okay. Actually, didn't start off okay at all, because I made more stops than I was intending on making. So the engine was just on and running while we was like sitting there talking, until I actually finally turned it off and made more stops than I intended on taking. So then by the time we actually left, it wasn't till 5 p.m. I wanted to leave between 12 and 3. It wasn't till 5 p.m. until we actually got on the road, and immediately Kilo was like, girl. I'm just like, Kilo. But it's Saturday, so I'm just like, Kilo. But yeah, at this point, like, I turn around to take it to somewhere, and they just like, yeah, we don't, like, it's definitely probably the transmission, and we don't even touch transmissions here. So I'm just like, okay, Firestone, thank you. And they just like, I suggest you just like milk her, like babysit her, and try and get down the road. And that's what I did, and she got us really far. She got us all the way back until we was in, like, what was the name of that city? We was in between Center, Marshall, and I can't think of what the name of the city is that we actually ended up. Carthage. It was Carthage. She got us all the way to Carthage at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Like, it was like literally the middle of the night. It had started raining. It was pouring down rain. The road was getting steep, and like, she literally just had to just pull her over to the side of the road, just wait until she just literally rolled to a stop. My girl was done. She was done. My girl was like, girl, I'm tired. I can't go on no more. And I was like, I'm sorry, Kilo. Like, I appreciate you for getting us this far. Like, I'm literally panicked. Like, it's the middle of the night. Like, it's literally the middle of the night. It's pouring down rain. We're in the middle of nowhere. Thank God we had cell phone service, because if we didn't, what was we gonna do? What was we gonna do? What was we gonna do? I don't know. But I'm sitting here trying to be creative. I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, first of all, I'm not leaving her here. She's not staying here. Like I said, at no point in time did it cross my mind that she was not making it back to Houston. The question was just like, how long was it gonna take her to get back there? I'm sitting here like, okay, you know what? Like, it's gonna cost an arm and a leg to tow her, to like get a tow truck, hire a tow truck person to tow her all the way back to Houston. Like, even if we could get them to tow her from town to town to town, like, which is really crazy, but like I was just thinking of all the options, and I'm just like, that's gonna be an arm and a leg that I'm not trying to pay. I'm like, how can I tow her myself? I'm like looking at U-Haul trucks and trying to figure out what I need to tow my car behind a U-Haul truck. Like, I know how to do that, but I'm like, bro, like, I'm not leaving her here. Like, I called the tow truck, he gonna take us to the nearest hotel, we're gonna be okay for the night, like, so it'll be fine or whatever. But like, I'm trying to figure out how to get my car back to Houston. I'm like, even if I gotta leave her here, still, I need to know how I'm getting her back to Houston. Like, panicking. Panicking. So, like, really calmly. Like, I wasn't crying, or I don't feel like I was yelling a lot at Brandon until he started pissing me off because I'm trying to tell him my idea, and he talking about some he ain't got time to be creative. And I'm like, then what the hell do you got time to do right now? We're stuck. What you mean you got time to be creative? You know, that happened. But I didn't cry until we got back to the hotel room. Got my girl back to the hotel room. When I drove her into the parking spot, like, drove her around a little bit, she had some more power. Brandon was like, I think you definitely blew like fourth and fifth gear. And probably third. I think he said third, fourth, and fifth gear. So, like, when I was driving, I literally could not get above 1 or 2 to be able to accelerate, to be able to maintain my power, which I shouldn't need to do anyways. Because, like, if me and Kilo was driving, like, she can go a good 80, 90 when she good, only using 2.5, RPMs. About 2.5 RPMs. That's how she usually drives. But her, it was just, like, spiking. It was just all over the place. So, the drive there and back, needless to say, I was so tense. I was so tense. Right, now we on the middle of the road. Because she literally, like, I cannot accelerate. Like, I can't do anything but coast to the side of the road. But anyways, like I said, tow truck came, took us to the hotel room. When I was dropping her around in the parking lot, then she had like a little bit more power. I was able to like actually accelerate and get her to do some things. And when I had her in park, I kind of like just revved the engine to see like what she would do, and she went up above 3. So I was like, okay. And he was like, maybe the transmission was just stressed out, because like I said, she ain't been busted open on the road like this in years. In years. And so, yeah. So now you gotta make the decision. Do I try and drive her home? Do I think that I can try and drive her home? Or do I need to like leave her here? Like, do we go with my tow truck plan? like what do we do? And so I had to make that decision like overnight and figure that out. So I ended up just waking up the next morning, test driving her to see if she had any power, and I was just like, you know what? We just gonna try. Like, because like I said, at no point in time was she not getting back to Houston. She was never not getting back to Houston. So yeah, I woke up and I was like, you know what? We're gonna try, test her for a little bit. She has some power, but obviously I'm very scared of her now, and I'm never trying to make her do more work than she needs to do, and that's why I was so concerned when it first popped up. Well, these are not the same ones. Those are not the same ones. I don't know which ones they are. Anyways, so yeah, and I was like, all right, well, let's head back. And we did head back. We just had to pull over and give her a break. Did you know that you could give cars breaks? I didn't, but now I do. Had to pull over, give her a break. Actually, I think we pulled over twice to give her. Actually, I think we pulled over 3 times on the way back to give her a break. I think it might have been 3 times. Because I know, like, it was at this gas station, and then I want to say we definitely stopped at Angelica's on the way back, just to like get us through the last like 45-minute stretch to my house. And I know we stopped probably like an hour and a half after we left the hotel. I think we probably only stopped twice. After we left the hotel, just because like she was like, and it was super hot. And on top of that, from the drive, like as soon as we got into Texarkana, on the way back, I was sick. And I was mad. My throat, like I felt like I needed to sneeze, and the sneeze when I come out, my throat was like itchy, and I'm just like, Now my car is broken. It was too much going on, honestly. It was way too much going on. And it was around this point where I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm that happy that I went back. Now I done had to put like 2-3 people on alert, like, hey, we might need you to come pick us up from Carthage. You know, we're car's kind of messed up. We're kind of stuck right now, but you know, we're just, you know, winging it. We're gonna keep you updated. Had like 3 people, at least 3 people on alert, on standby. So I don't. Oh, okay. Do have 3 of those. So yeah, 3. I got it. Okay, we're gonna make the petals now. So yeah, but we made it back, and she's outside, chilling, and I'm scared as hell to drop her, but she can get me up and down the street. But I just don't want to drive her for long, and I can't really. So yeah. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Why do I need so many pictures for this? This is confusing me. So yeah. Need a new transmission. Still on the fence on how if I'm gonna get a new transmission or not. That's really what I would prefer to do, is just fix my car. Cause like I don't understand why people don't want to continue to treat cars like assets, cause they are. Like they are, and the whole thing is, oh, if you take care of them, then they should be fine. If you take care of them, then they should be fine. But taking care of them means fixing them when something breaks, or being able to maintain them before something breaks. But still, if you're using something for its intended purpose, like everything got a fail point, and that's kind of the point of testing stuff out. Like everything got a point where like, okay, like yeah, everything got a warranty, everything got a lifespan. Like everything got a lifespan, and it's up to you if you got the opportunity with the invention of interchangeable parts to renew the lifespan of the thing that is broken by replacing it, and you know, continue to use the whole thing. But like eventually everything, if you using it properly, that it's gonna need to be replaced. Like it's gonna need to be fixed, it's gonna need to be upgraded, it's gonna need to be replaced. Like that's the whole point of evolution. That's the whole point of us being able to make things and make interchangeable parts. Like, so anyway, that's what I prefer to do. We'll see what happens though. I just got approved for unemployment. It's literally been like almost a month later. What? This is confusing me. So yeah, that just got approved. I've just been literally at home chilling, waiting very patiently, because big chilling, applying for jobs and stuff. Oh, look, there's a little white stem. This is gonna be so pretty whenever I finish getting it together. But this part is like asking for a lot for these petals. Okay, I understand. Which side? Oh, they want the double. The double one. So like this. Yeah, I've been sleeping a good like at least 12 hours a day, because I need a lot of sleep, man. I be tired, and now we know, because you've been burnt out as hell because you're autistic. Because I'm autistic, not y'all, me. So yeah. How fun has that been? Super freaking great, because I love to sleep. I love to sleep. I love school. Anyways, so yeah, I've been big chilling. I've been big chilling now. Being still. I finished my piano lessons. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to renew them because gotta wait till I know what my money looking like. But they were really cool. And now I want to learn like all the stuff about like music theory. This is not the right piece. About music theory, because I think that's really what I'm very, very interested in. Well, I don't think I'm interested in all of it. Like, I'm gonna play the piano, gonna make music, gonna do that. But I think when I sit down at the piano, understanding music theory will help me a little lot more. A little lot more. A little lot more. So that's what I want to do, and I want to watch like hella music documentaries, and that's what I've been doing. I've literally just been applying for jobs, sleeping, cleaning, eating, learning. Which is what I love to do. So you know, your girl's like having a great time. This was the right one. I think so. Eh. Hmm. More importantly, I forgot what I was making this video for. I mean, it was to update y'all on like literally the the adventure that it was for me to go back home for my aunt's memorial service. Um, the status of my car. A little mental health update. I'm pretty chilling, honestly. I'm very good right now. Oh, actually, I'm not. Well, I am good, but I'm also realizing. Y'all remember when I made the other video? I wonder if I can remember to like put it right there. About me being super anxious when I go outside and like having to run and race my ass back in the house. Well, that's still true, actually. And it's probably just a lot worse because of what is going on with my car. But like, I went to go get some food last night, and it was just the most nerve-wracking thing ever. And I'm just like, why things got to get complicated when I pull up to the window? Like, y'all need to figure this out and not involve me in the process, because it was just made me super anxious. And I was only there for like a few minutes, but like still, I was not okay. And I'm like, damn, I want to go home. And I've been sitting at home chilling, just chilling. And I'm like, dang, what you gonna do? Well, I really want to work remotely, so you know, gonna get a remote job, so I don't have to go outside unless it's something I want to go outside for. But also, I'm discovering this thing called executive dysfunction, which is so fun, obviously, but it's not fun at all. Yeah, and really having to come to understand myself in a whole new, brand new ass way for real, and crazy, very crazy, very crazy, but very interesting, I guess. It's very something. Very weird. I'm like, damn, I'm disabled. And there's like expect like skill regression and stuff like that, and I'm just like, dang. I've had a lot of skill regression. I'm realizing in my time like living in Houston. Anyways, Beyonce's at the end of the month. We're going to see Beyonce at the end of the month. We're going to Cowboy Carter Tour, June 29th. And I need to make a new skirt and find and source a corset, because I really want a red, like, okay, let me walk you through it. Cowboy Carter Tour. Yes. Boom. Obs. I saw this asymmetrical panel. No, not panel. That's not the word I'm looking for. This asymmetrical pleated skirt with layers. This layered pleated skirt, asymmetrical, super cute. Kind of giving like a little bit like of pirate things, but that's not what we're going. That's not the vibes we're going for. Okay, I really want to look like one of the girls at a brothel, but like cuter and not like, I don't know what they was doing. Anyways, I want to look like that. Like I want to look a little bit very sexy as hell, a little bit slutty, but also very snatched and also patriotic. So I'm thinking for the skirt, I'm going to use the base layer. I'm gonna use the other black pants that I have that I haven't wanted to use because I don't like the material. I'm going to use that, turn it into a mini skirt. Apparently my mini skirts are not very mini, so I'm going to make this one actually mini. I'm going to make this one actually mini. um, and then I'm going to create pleats on top of it using red, white, and black kerchiefs, like bandanas, because you know they use the bandanas when they dance. So that's what I'm thinking for the skirt. It's gonna be pleated. It's probably gonna be like black, red, white, black, white, red. I don't know. But then there's gonna be like this little other thing that's like hanging off. It's gonna be like long. I want it to have like dangly things too. So some parts are gonna be long, probably just like on the sides, or on probably just one side, or maybe both sides, but one is longer than the other. I don't know yet. I still gotta sketch it. But this is what's in my head. With a red corset, I wanted to make a new cowboy hat. Maybe I will. I don't know. Because I was gonna put stars on the inside of it. I might still do that. We'll see. Cowboy hat, white cowboy boots, because I have white cowboy boots, and I'm not going to buy new boots. And that's what I'm thinking. And now we have to figure out how to make that. How to make that. So I've been researching some tools that I can maybe use to, like some digital fashion design tools to use, so I can like try and draw it on there and like make it actually look like something. I mean, it's gonna look like something when I draw it, but then it'll be a little bit more detailed. And then I found this other thing that helps you like source material and stuff. I'm like, so cool. And I'm like so torn in between like the creative direction that I really want to go in, because I'm also like, love fashion, love clothes, love purses, love. Okay, but also love music. And I'm just like literally bouncing back and forth learning between the both of those. That's what I'm doing. And here is my white anemone. So pretty. I feel like this is the smallest that any of the flowers have come out to be. Like this one is super small. Like the actual flower is super small. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, also guys, I made this super cool portfolio for like my business analyst stuff, and it's super cool. It's a little website I made on Canva. So cute. I like looking at it. And I just figure out what the hell I'm gonna do with my hair for Beyonce. What are we gonna do with our hair for Beyonce? I don't know. But yeah, that's just a little update of what I'm doing, how I'm spending my time being unemployed, enjoying myself, trying to figure out what my creative calling is, because now, kids, is the time to figure out what your creative passions are, follow those. Do the fun thing first. It's super important for generator types, to be doing the fun thing first, to be seeking out the fun, seeking out the satisfying things, okay? Have a good time. Life's too short. There's too much shit going on to not be trying to enjoy yourself as much as you can. Stay up.